Morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. Hope you're doing well. Thank you once again for taking your precious time to be here with me on another episode of Splendida podcast. I'm your host, Daniel. Now, I can understand that during this pandemic situation, in the last couple of years or so, that things have been so difficult for you, for a lot of people, that you or a lot of people have decided to focus on other things that you consider more important than spirituality. I can understand that, because why? We humans are very how to put this? We are forces of habit, okay? And when we do something for so long, it's very hard for us to do something else that might go against what we've been doing for so long. And so most of the time we look down. We're always, pardon me, we're looking at things like this, always constantly doing this, tuck, 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 tuck. And we might not be, we're missing out on a lot, okay? Now, some people can say like, well, but that's, if you focus on just the one thing, you're also missing out on other things. Yeah, I get that. Sure, you've got a point there. But it depends on what you're focusing on. Okay? If you're focusing on something that is going to help you out mentally and spiritually, you're not missing out on anything. But if you're focusing most of your time on this, you're missing out a lot more. Okay? You might, sure, you can ask, okay, so what am I missing out on? Well, a lot. Like, if you remove that device, a mobile phone, a computer, a laptop, a desktop, whatever that is consuming most of your time, what have you got left? You've got a lot left. You can spend time with your family. You can spend time with your friends, if you can still do that. Okay? You can exercise. You can enjoy the outdoors. You can enjoy a good book. Okay? Sure, you can still enjoy a good movie. That's not a problem. Or a good documentary. Sure. But there's a lot more out there than that device. It shouldn't control your life. It really shouldn't. But it seems that most people's lives are being controlled by that device that we got on our hands. And it's sad, because we think that we are connected to the world, but we're really not. At least not in the way that we probably should. And a lot of times we are missing out on the connection with ourselves, and we're not even doing that. We live in this world, in this society that, there's a lot of like pleasing other people. You know, you've got a boss, you've got a supervisor, you need to please them so they can be happy with your work, you know, so you can possibly bring more money home, and that's it. And then you just acquire things and more things and more things. But deep down, are you really, really, really happy with yourself? Because we seem to be it's just pleasing other people. There doesn't seem to be a lot of, hey, let me help you out, you know, let me do this for you. Not because they have to, but because they want to. You know, there's a lot of, well, you know, for me to do this for you, you need to do something for me. And I understand that we live in a world of give and take, but it's the kind or type of giving and taking here that I'm talking about. And all this to say what? To say that we are missing out on so much, you know, and I think it's time for all of us to let in some sort of mystery into our lives, right? When was the last time, let me ask you this, when was the last time that you looked at the sky and paid attention to it and just marveled at what the sky is, what's in the sky? When was the last time you've done that? When was the last time you actually, either you sat down on your balcony in your home, or you laid out on the grass, on the sand, whatever, and you looked up, really looked up, to just admire what's above you? If you want to call it stars, if you want to call it planets, if you just want to call it lights in the sky, it doesn't matter. When was the last time you actually looked up and was like, wow, that's up there. I can't even get up there, but I can see it. When was the last time you actually imagined what could be there? We don't know, but you don't know. But when was the last time you actually tried to put yourself into a more, I wouldn't say science fiction-y situation, but that you imagine what could it be like? You know, I often, for example, looked at, the sky. Okay, even today, like in my adulthood, and thought, like, you know what? Thinking, you know, like looking at the sky, you've got the lights in the sky, and then these movies like Star Wars, for example, okay, or Star Trek, but especially Star Wars, you know, and you see all these different species of beings, humanoids and insectoids and animals, and it's just like the variety. And I was like, I just wonder if there's something like them over there. Do you know what I mean? And I just think about it, how it would be, you know, to live in that kind of society where different species would, you know, and we would understand each other perfectly, even speaking different tongues, different languages, we would still understand each other. Can you imagine what that would be like? I thought about it like many times. So I'm just saying, like, letting that wondrous imagination into your lives, you know, more. You know, when was the last time, for example, that you really, do you remember when you were a kid and you would like find a puddle and you want to jump on it just because you wanted to see what he would do, or you wanted to get messy, or you wanted to get wet, dirty. You jump on it and you thought it was funny. You thought, when was the last time you did that? Just go outside. If it's raining, if it has been raining, wherever you are, and why not do that? Who cares if you get wet? You know, you can wash it up later, right? But when was the last time you actually did something like that, or just rolled down a hill, or rolled on the grass, rolled on the sand, you know, at the beach? When was the last time you did something like that? With no care, because like you just wanted to have fun, you just wanted to do something childish, you know? And sometimes it's exactly that, just to connect to our inner child. And I was like, hey, just because I'm an adult, you know, why not do these things? Do they look silly? Maybe. But so what? So what if other people think it's silly? If you enjoy it, if it makes you smile or even laugh, that's great. That's amazing. That is amazing. You're not hurting anyone, definitely not yourself. Why wouldn't you do it? Or when was the last time you actually had, like, you know, that laugh that really hurts your belly? It really hurts. But you just laugh so much that you just feel amazing while you're doing and after. When was the last time? Do something that really makes you laugh that hard. People say, oh, you should laugh at least once a day. You should laugh the whole time. Why just once a day? You should laugh the whole time. I sometimes, you know, like I imagine things in my mind, whether there were actual things that happened, they were like very funny. And I find myself just like either chuckling or actually laughing, you know, because, you know, I remember that situation. If it really happened, I remember that, you know, or I imagine how hilarious the situation would be, and I might laugh at that. So there's all sorts of things that we can do to, you know, increase the mysteries in our life. You know, why not just like go and read something that you've never read before that might be a little bit mystical, a bit more out there? Why not? Why not have conversations about certain things? Like, I don't know, you can start with like, hey, do aliens exist? Where exactly do we live on? You know, what kind of place is this? Some scientists and people that are clearly not scientists say that we live in a simulation. Hey, what do you mean? A computer game? Oh, why not? Just wonder, like, what if this is true? What if this is false? What if this exists? What if this doesn't exist? I don't know. Just allow your mind, allow yourself to wonder, you know, to imagine the immense possibilities out there. What if there's another world over there, up there, down below? What if? I think it's important, whatever you think the mystery is, allow that in. I'm not saying like, okay, probably not go full in, but like allow a little bit in, because I think like there's still a lot of people who are losing that touch, losing that ability to really connect with themselves, connect with other people. And the mysteries, whatever you consider a mystery to be, let them in a little bit, or all of it if you want to make your life a little bit more interesting, because life is not just going to work, waking up, going to work, taking the kids to school if you've got kids, spending most of your time at work, coming back home, you're tired, you have a shower, you have a bath, whatever, you get changed, get into your PJs, you eat, you watch something on TV, sleep, do the same thing the next day. It's not just that. That should be a very tiny bit of it. We should do a lot more. Think about other things and do other things that make our minds go, hey, what about this? What about that? Because the possibilities are literally endless. Endless. And I think we would be better off emotionally, sure, physically, maybe, why not, and spiritually, if we allow ourselves to accept and incorporate all sorts of things into our lives. Mysteries. Yes, there's a lot of mysteries out there. Who built this? Who built that? Who did this? Who did that? Who said this? Who said that? When did this show up? Why did it show up? We have to ask questions, because we are curious beings, but sometimes we are asking the wrong questions that they're not really important. Oh, what is this celebrity doing? Who cares? There's more important things in the world right now, and things are just there. And I'm going to say, probably waiting for us to discover them, waiting for us to be interested in them, waiting for us to imagine. It was like, oh, I wonder. I think we need to be more curious about bringing in the mysteries in our lives. Like, keep repeating myself, but that is it. We need to bring the mysteries in, talk to each other about mysterious things. Don't have conversations just about the next door neighbor, what he or she did, or the soapy, that really doesn't matter. Let's talk about other things. Let's bring mysterious things into our lives, into our homes. Talk about crystals, talk about incense, talk about all sorts of spirituality things. There's so many themes out there and subjects about spirituality, that it's just, we could be talking, we could spend hours doing this if we want to. And why not? We're living in a world at a time where, the energies are raising, the vibrations are raising, definitely. I can feel that. But there's still some heaviness around. There's still some need to pull people down, and you don't want that. You don't want it. You don't like being pulled down and to be in a dense energy where things are a lot slower, a lot more difficult. So talk about mysterious things, to research them, to incorporate some of these in your life, whether it is like angelic numbers, whether it is candle rituals, whether it is Reiki, whether it's meditation, spirit contacts, seances, whatever that is, something mysterious, that you may find fascinating. Why not? Allow your mind, allow yourself to let those things in, because they will add something great to your life. That's my point of view. That's my opinion. And I'm pretty sure a lot more people out there who are more specialists in the mysteries of life. And I don't know, I just feel like we are lacking in that sense, to allow certain things. They could be like simple things as, jumping on a puddle of water, like kids, sure, there might not be a mystery thing, but look at the stars, look at the planets, look at the lights in the sky, and wonder, what could possibly be up there, if anything. I don't know. What could be underneath us, underneath our feet? We think we know, but we actually do not know exactly what's underneath our feet. Why not? Deep in the seas, deep in the mountains, I don't know, in valleys, and there's so much that we can do to incorporate these mysterious things into our life. I could be talking about this for hours, really, especially if I had other people around me. But hopefully you got a gist of bringing in the mysteries into your life, to make your life just a little bit more exciting, okay, and not just dictated by a device or devices. Hopefully you understood my point of view, but even if you didn't, that's okay. I only ask you like 4 things now. So if you like the video, if you can comment the video, obviously you can give your opinion, your feedback on the video, what I said down below. Share the video, please, with your family, friends, colleagues, co-workers, whatever they are, in whatever platform you may be on, and subscribe to the channel. That really helps me to put a lot more content on the channel, because my goal is to help out as many people as possible. And if you're doing these 4 things for all of my videos, okay, it allows me to put more content on the channel to help out more people. So, it's this interchanging of energies between us, okay? So this is what I want to do, to help out as many people as possible, okay? Thank you very much once again for your precious time, and I really hope that you're with me in the next episode. Take care. Bye.